What is my hair doing? So I dodged a bullet tonight, kids. I gotta tell you. So this 19-year-old girl, like out of nowhere, asked me to come pick her up tonight at some random house.
Good Lord, man, are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah. I just met her on Tinder yesterday. Yesterday. And she's asking me to come to her house.
Bloody hell, man. I don't know how I feel about this. I genuinely don't know, Murph. I don't know.
Yeah. So, this is a PSA, kids. This is how you end up in a tub full of ice, missing a kidney.
Well, welcome to the Late Night Picture Show. I'm your host, Murph Oh, piss off. I'm your host, Percival Peacock.
Yeah. We came this close. I might be really horny, but I'd like to keep both my kidneys. All right, let's get going. Oh, Sabrina's not in bed yet. Well, I think she's in bed, but she's not asleep yet. And this sounded good, but it's awful. And I don't know what it needs. It's called Fancy Free. And it's basically a couple of shots of whiskey. And it said you could use Canadian. So I used my, $13 Black Velvet Reserve. And it said a half a shot of Luxardo. That's too much. I put a quarter shot. And some Angostura bitters and some orange bitters. I did both of those. Okay. Maybe it needs rye whiskey or bourbon. I don't have bourbon. But maybe it needs the rye whiskey because the Luxardo is just completely overpowering this Canadian. And yeah, I'm going to drink it anyway. But yeah, it kind of tastes like cough medicine. Remember that codeine cough syrup they used to have back in the day? Well, they probably still have it, but it's harder to get now, Nancy Reagan. And it was allegedly cherry flavored. Yeah. It's kind of like that. Okay, let's get on with the show. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Are there any ladies and gentlemen that watch my show? I think not. I'm not trying to put you down. In fact, calling you ladies and gentlemen today is kind of an insult. So, we got a couple of movies. They're not both Mexican wrestling pictures, but they are both like very serialistic in nature. Y'all remember those serials from the 30s, 40s? Hell, they may have stretched into the 50s. I don't know. Like Flash Gordon. Went straight from the radio to these like serial shorts. This is Goliath and the Vampires. I know I botched that title when I wrote it down. There's no verses in there whatsoever. Monster versus Goliath. Oh, I lied. It's right there in the headline. All new, the mightiest battle of them all. Dino De Laurentiis presents... Wow, really? Gordon Scott starring in Goliath and the Vampires in Color Scope. See the revolt of the faceless humanoids. See the Holocaust in the Cave of Fire. Wow. See the torture chamber of the Blue Men. Not the Blue Man Group. This is a little bit before Blue Man Group. See the lost island of the vampires. See the virgin harem of the vampire god. Wow. This poster's way better than the movie. Starring Gianna Maria Canal, Jacques Cernas, Giacomo Gentilomo, and American International Picture. I mean, that tells you all you need to know right there. Oh, she's gone to bed. Goliath and the Vampires, a.k.a. M'assiste contre il vampire. 1961 Ambrosiana Cinematographica. Directors, it takes two to make a movie this good. Sergio Corbucci and Giacomo Gentilomo. Who also is in the picture. I guess he took over when Corbucci threw up his hands and walked off the job. Starring a former Tarzan. That'd be Scott there. Scott? Whatever his name was. The headliner. And lots of Italians, I wrote here. In a small village, home of a giant muscle man named Goliath, in English anyway, where we're dubbed in English here, is raided by vampires who almost certainly inspired the look of the rock band Gwar. Please tell me you're not unfamiliar with Gwar. If you don't know who Gwar is, you better get on the, not on the, only the Wikipedia and look them up and see what they look like, but give them a listen. Gwar was good. I think they're still around with a new singer. Their original singer died. But I think they hired a new singer and they're carrying on. Anyway, Gwar costumes, you'll see what I'm talking about. They kill all the men and children and make off with the women, just like my Celtic ancestors did. Goliath and some kid are out farting around in the woods or somewhere while the village is being pillaged, and they return to find decimation. Very few survivors. The survivors, with Goliath and the kid, head to the city to seek both the protection of the Sultan and avenge the death of their loved ones. There they meet up with the help of a blue-eyed Arab. I don't know. A blue-eyed Arab who makes wax zombies in his spare time. Eventually they run into some caped blue men, like straight out of Buck Rogers. There's another cereal for you, Buck Rogers. Or is that the one I mentioned? No, Flash Gordon. The Blue Men work for the Blue-Eyed Arab, and they have collected the bodies of those turned to stone by Kobrak, the vampire. This vampire, it should be noted, appears and disappears with a poof of red smoke, much like my hair. Kobrak controls the Sultan via his queen, headmistress of the harem anyway. She's like the mother superior of the harem. Goliath somehow gets her to spill the beans. From her, he learns the secret of Kobrak's lair, and they all go off to fight evil. Okay, let's summarize. Where does one begin? A bodybuilder as a leading man, costumes left over from one Bible movie or another, vampires in guar costumes, it sounds like it would be great, right? But no. It is just fantastically bad. Completely predictable. Yes, he saves his fiancée. And utterly ridiculous. It is also family-friendly enough, like rated G. I had the same problem with another movie. Well, actually, a few. What have we done? We did Forbidden Planet. Family-friendly enough to have no redeeming qualities. Nowhere near as good as a Mexican wrestling picture. Zero for Goliath and the Vampires. A big fat zero, Percival.
I bet you haven't seen this much horse shit since the circus days, peanut boy.
Yeah. Right in the bin. Okay, let's all go to the lobby, and we're going to make a better drink. I got one with, cinnamon syrup and allspice dram, and, I don't have that, but you know what? That apple pie seasoning that I made will mimic that. Let's all go to the lobby and make ourselves a drink. What?
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.